Hello, it's time for Tower English Tower Talk, Junior High 3 lesson. This one is number 1, first lesson, yay! And the subject is my birthday. Okay, we're going to do a speech about my birthday. I'll read the example. Please read along with me. So don't look at me, look at this and read. We'll read together, okay? This is example speech. You will make a speech yourself later. Okay, number 1. I want to tell you about the year I was born. I was born on January 4th, 2004. Howl's Moving Castle was made in 2004. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban was shown too. In Athens, the Olympics were held. In Japan, new 10,000 yen banknotes were printed. Last one. In Japan, 127 million people were living. Wow. Thank you very much. So it's a speech about your birthday, but what happened in the year that you were born. Let's check some of the vocabulary. Let's just see. So number 1, if you look in the box, we're looking in the boxes here. Number 1, I want to tell you about the year I was born, or my first year alive, or 14 years ago. You're 14 years old? You may be 15. If you're 15, much earlier. Okay, number 2. I was born on January 4th. Or if you just have the year, in. I was born in 2005, 2006, 2007. I was born in Japan. Where? Japan. I was born in Japan. I was born in England. Okay. Number 3. Something famous, right? Howl's Moving Castle was made in 2004. A famous anime was made in 2004. A famous book was made in 2004. Was made in the year. Number 4. Oh, this is movies, I think. Harry Potter was shown too. The Incredibles was shown too. A great movie was shown too. Okay, number 5. In Athens, the Olympics were held. In Wimbledon, matches were held. In Hakone, Ekiden races were held. Something happened. Then somewhere places sports. That's kind of sports. No. Number 6, something about Japan. In Japan, new banknotes were printed. New pop songs were sung. New books were published. Wow. Okay, number 7, you can talk about the population, how many people are living. So in Japan, 127 million people were living. Or in the world, 6.5 billion people were living. In Tokyo, 13 million people were living. Okay, so this is the example, right? You're going to write down all the different answers, and then when we see each other, you can give me the speech. If I give you an example, a quick example for me, you might need to look up things in Wikipedia if you have a chance. I looked on Wikipedia to get some answers for this because I didn't know much. And you can change it a little. So I'm going to give you an example from me. I'm going to use this as a starting point. Okay. Right. Okay. Hello. I want to tell you about the year I was born. I was born in 1970. A long time ago. The Beatles' last album was made in 1970. I forgot the name. I think it's called Long and Winding Road or something, I think. Anyway. Oh, is it Abbey Road? Abbey Road? Anyway, the Beatles' last album was made in 1970. I don't know what movies were shown. To find a good movie. 1970. Maybe westerns were shown. American cowboy movies were shown in 1970. Number 5, famous sporting. The World Cup was held in Mexico. And I think Brazil beat Italy 4-1 in 1970. So the World Cup was held in 1970. In Japan, I don't know what happened, but I know in England, Edward Heath became the Prime Minister after Harold Wilson. Who cares? I don't know. Okay, long time ago. And I looked up on Wikipedia. In the world, 3.5 billion people were living. It's about half from now. Okay, thank you very much. Right, your job. Write down answers to the questions here. You can change it a little if you want to. And then practice reading, and then tell me. You might want to look on Wikipedia, so you might need 5 minutes, 10 minutes to look it up. On Wikipedia, I recommend. Okay, so practice, write the answers, practice, and then talk to me and tell me your speech when I see you. Okay, thanks. See you soon. Okay, I'm going to talk about a rather special book. This is called, well, it's got a long title. It's called 246 Aftershocks, Stories from the Japan Earthquake. And it's got a hashtag Quakebook, but everybody just calls it Quakebook. And this is a book that, look on the back there, helping hand. Can you guess? Of course, 246, that was the time that the earthquake hit in Japan on March 11th, 2011. And this is a collection, I'll show you pictures inside, a collection of people's stories and artwork and comments all about things that happened and things that happened after 2011. There are 100 people who wrote something in here, and it took the author or editor 1 week to make. He did it sitting at a computer and using Twitter, and got people to send in their stories, and he put it together and made this book. And nobody knows who he is. He's anonymous. His name is Alman Inabiko, which was a Twitter name. If I show you, oh, that's the English version. There was a bilingual version that's in English and in Japanese. Can you see? Slightly changed. Changed the cover, wasn't it? Changed the cover. That was the foreign one. That's the Japanese cover. And if I show you, it started with this tweet. If you know, there's the English, right? And I'll show you the Japanese. It's translated into Japanese, so you can see. Right. Anyway, I recommend reading this book. The interesting thing is nobody knows who the author is. But anyway, the book came out after about 1 week, and all the money that was raised went to the Red Cross. About $40,000, I think, went to the Red Cross to help victims of the tsunami. So that's a really good book, and one of these is in the library at Tower English, so I recommend it. Okay, question time. Number 1. What's the name of the book that people call it? Number 2. How many people wrote stories for the book? Number 3. What's the name of the author? The author, the writer, the person who wrote it. Okay,